We're here sitting around reflecting about the difference between if you're rich. So what if you're a millionaire and you thought that you can do anything you want, buy anything you want, including, buy your way into heaven? Well, we have a friend that we're going to show you called Hanson Peters. And Hanson was an interesting guy. He decided that he was going to buy his way into heaven. He thought money got him anything he wanted. But the problem is he entered into unknown territory and things are not always as they seem. So let's take a look at what Hanson went through in this episode entitled Riches. Ooh, what's that?
He signed the contract. You give him 30% now to get out, or I will send some guys over there to do it for me. George, I need the reports on the Johnson file now. George, I need the file for the Johnson report. I need it now. What was that?
Nothing, sir.
Since it was nothing, why don't you go fetch my special brand of water and tell my driver to bring my car around. I will be driving myself home tonight. Man, now I know how God feels. I can do anything, buy anything, and buy anyone I want. As a matter of fact, I am God. You would not believe the deal I just made. Man, this water tastes funny. I need a new brand.
We have today eccentric billionaire Hanson Scott Peters, whose untimely death brought him to THAH, Too Hot as Hell FM 6 radio. Hanson died today of an unknown cause. Company officials report that longtime assistant George B. Slick will be taking control of the billionaire's holding company till a new CEO is selected by the company's board of directors. Here with me right now is the one and only Hanson Scott Peters. So Hanson, how's it going?
What do you mean, how's it going? I'm on Hell's radio? But how did I get here? And by the way, that's Mr. Peters.
Formalities are unnecessary here. Rumor has it that your longtime assistant, George B. Slick, has taken control of your company and now is currently CEO.
So he's the one that killed me and brought me here. But why am I here? I'm rich. I bought my way into heaven several times over. Besides, someone needs to check the air conditioning here. I'd like my special brand of water.
I think you just missed the concept, Mr. Peters. You said you bought your way to heaven several times over. Let's open up the phone lines and see. Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, this is George, Mr. Peters' former assistant. I say, let him burn, let the bomb cook. I've been working for him for 10 years. 10 years and all I received was a 10% per year raise. And I have this, I have earned, I'm just his errand boy. I'm tired of getting his overpriced bottle of water and pulling reports. I thought I would have been further ahead by now. But with his death, I am in position to run the business and do it right.
Man, that doesn't sound good for you, Mr. Peters. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Peters?
He was always out for me. You don't build $1 billion company by being nice. Besides, I did no more to him what was done to me when I got started.
That's a reason, but it's not enough to get you out of here. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
I am Madame Mary Jane. That bum told me I was the only one for him. It turns out the only reason he hired me was not because I was qualified for the job, but my body had more qualifications. I gave him 5 years of my life, and when I called it off, that bum had the nerve to fire me. And he had his goons put me out on the streets with nothing. I should have told his wife, but hell has him now. I hope he rots there.
Hell knows no fury than a woman scorned.
Whatever.
Wow, Mr. Peters, so far there's no one to come up with anything good to say about you. On your behalf, what do you have to say for yourself?
Mary Jane got what she deserved. She used me just like I used her. I don't respond to threats. Besides, she got what she deserved.
Well, Mr. Peters, there has to be someone out there who can vouch for your character. So far, all we've got is people with negative line.
I don't know. I'm just getting tired of this place. I just want out. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, and I'm hot. I just want to get out of here.
Welcome to hell, but there has to be one person you know that can vouch for you.
I don't know. I suppose I have heard people on the way to the top. Wait a minute. My mom. Yeah, my mom can vouch for me.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. My mom can vouch for me.
Your mother? Is it your mother in heaven?
Hanson. Hello?
Caller, you're on the air.
Mom?
Hello, Hanson. Hanson, I'm sorry. Mother's love isn't enough to get you into heaven.
But Mom, you gotta help me.
I can't help out this one. I warned you. You should have gone to church with me when I asked you to. I saw your pathway, and I knew this was the path it was leading you.
But Mom, I have a hunger that I can't feed. I have a thirst that I can't quench. No one cares that I'm rich. You gotta help me out of here. You got to. This isn't me.
I can't help you, son. No one can.
Where am I? How the heck I get in here? Yeah, they said I passed out. But heck, since I am a god, you know, I'm feeling strange. I'm gonna have to go. George, get in here, now!
Welcome back to Hell's #1 radio station. We give it to you hot and now. Spirits good and bad. Wait, if you're good, why are you here? Anyway, we have returning for the second time, after failing a second chance to get it right, the one and only Hanson Scott Peters. What do you have to say for yourself this time?
Mama!
Sorry, wrong answer.
Can I talk to you a minute about unknown territories? When you start venturing out into stuff that you think is going to get you by when it comes to God, the Bible lets us know that pride comes before a fall. And an arrogant person God can't stand and won't deal with. But when you get to the point that you think what you have is more powerful than what God has to offer you, especially when we talk about money, sometimes even influence or your looks, that can get you into heaven, you have been greatly deceived by the enemy. The Bible says, according to Joshua, I believe it's the 3rd chapter and around about the 4th verse, he says, put a space between you and it, and was talking about the Ark of the Covenant, about 2,000 cubits. He said, because the way that I'm finna take you, you have not passed this way before. And some of you, some of the things that you're going through right now, and some of the stuff that the devil is saying to you, just like this man in this movie you just saw. He thought he had it so wrapped up, he thought his money could buy him anything. I want you to tell you something. Money can buy you everything but love in heaven. Money buys you sex and affection, but not love. And God is love, which means I can't buy heaven. There's only one way I get to heaven. I must accept Jesus Christ as Lord of my life. So if you find yourself venturing like this man did into some uncharted territories, some unknown territories, and you think that because you got it going on, oh yeah, you won the crown, you wore the sash, you was the president of your class, but you had not keyed in on heaven. Don't be like this man, and instead of calling Jesus, you call mama who can't get you in. So when it's next time it seems like it's uncharted territory for you, get somewhere and get on your face and say, God, don't let me be that man. Don't let me be that woman that misses heaven because I think that I've got it going on. Because your uncharted territories could end up being hell. God bless you.